All right, here is the video for 1.10, and I am going to do numbers 1 and 10 on page 62. So a lot of the times with these, where we have to do words with expressions, it can get a little bit confusing. So I'm going to give you a couple of hints on these when we have the parentheses and all that stuff. Remember, when you are solving an equation, now I'm going to stop myself because these are not equations. These are expressions. So there's nothing to solve here. But if these were equations with an equal sign, then, and we would be solving them, remember, you always do the parentheses first. So as we're working with these expressions and matching the words with the numbers, you want to think about what you would do first. Okay? So that's just a little hint moving forward. But for number 1, it says Terry had 18 worms. She gave 4 worms to Susie and 3 worms to Jamie. Okay? So pay attention right here. Terry had 18 worms. Well, there's only one that starts with the 18. Okay? And while you would think maybe parentheses, it's not. Because she gave 4 worms to Susie and 3 worms to Jamie, that is actually clumped together because she gave them both away. So she starts with 18 and then she gave 4 away and 3 away. So if you think about it, if you gave 4 of something and 3 of something away, you would add that together to say, oh, I gave 7 of something away. So it's this is the answer. So anytime that your sentence starts with somebody had something, it's always going to start with that number, and then whether they gave it away or earned it or whatever. And then think about, we are talking about giving something away. So that's why we are subtracting. But really, he or she, I guess, has to take away the 7 total, the 4 plus 3. That's why it's in parentheses. Okay? So let's look at number 2. Number 2, Rick had $8. Okay, that's your key right there, that it's going to be something where the $8 is first. He then worked 4 hours for $5 each hour. So whenever you do something for each hour, it's multiplication, okay? Because you've got groups of something that's the same, and now you're multiplying it. So we start off, he had $8. That's our key, that it's going to be something without parentheses where the 8 starts. And then because we're talking about he worked 4 hours for $5 each, that's 4 times 5. So it would be this choice. Because if we did this one, if we were to solve this one, this would be 8 plus 4, which is 12, times 5. That's not what we're talking about, okay? We are talking about 4 hours, and he makes $5 for each of those hours, but he started with $8. Okay, so we're going to go over this more on the Zoom, but I just wanted to give you a little heads up on number 1 and number 2. And of course, I can't ever stop myself. As I'm looking at page 63, for some reason, whenever it says write words, students start to get a little freaked out, a little confused. So literally all you have to do, write words to match the expression. 34 minus 17. You could write anything from, I had $34, I spent $17 on candy. I had 34 pieces of Halloween candy, I gave my sister 17. Okay, just make it simple. Okay? No, you don't have to think too hard about putting the words to the expressions. And again, remember, they are expressions. So 4 times 8 equals 32 is not an expression because it has an equal sign and a solution. Expressions, no equal sign, no answer. All right, there's 1.10.